Hi, I'm Lester Anderson. I'm the president of HOA at Mobile Park West. I have just a couple things I want to bring up. That the 201 residents that are party to this potential increase are all the older senior citizens. About 90% of them are senior citizens on a very fixed income. They are the people that were in the park, the majority of them, when the first lawsuit was completed in 1992. I have a couple pictures. The park today, or yesterday they started, but they had some people in today. This is a picture of in front of one of the laundry on the right-hand side. You can see where they cut out. If you can look real close, where the white line is, there's about 1.5 feet of cracked all the way down additional concrete that if all they fill in is what's showing there, they won't fix the problem. To put a Band-Aid on it and leave a bunch of cracks there. Can I have the next one, please? This is a picture that is in the West Laundromat. That sign says out of order. It's been out of order for a few months. Park management knows about it. They haven't done anything about it. We have a lot of people that use the laundromats, of which it costs us money, but we're not getting the service. Next picture, please. This is just a larger picture showing the dryers, but if you'll notice, they're all quite old. And most of the equipment in the other laundry is also of the same nature, very old stuff. Okay, can I have the last 3 pictures? This is a picture from the street that I took this morning. All these pictures were taken this morning. You can see the fence in the back is falling down. It's been that way for some time. I can't tell you how long, but it's been that way for a long time. It hasn't been fixed. This occurs quite regularly within the park. And Mr. Abid, you told the park last time in the rent hearing, fix the fence. This is what they're doing to your request. Next picture. And you really can't see much, but if you can look, the little solid line, this is the driveway. And the little solid line is where they put some cement, rather roughly, because the driveway was lower than the gutter. That's what they did today to fix the problem. That's a Band-Aid. That's not fixing the problem. And I think there's another picture. This is just a wider angle of the same driveway. Just so you can see larger thing. Next picture, please. This is a picture from the street of, again, this is not a driveway, but this is a walkway. The next picture. This is from the street. You can see along the line there where the shadow is of the stand-up mark. All they did was put a little cement gently down. They really didn't fix the problem. It's a Band-Aid. And the next picture will show you what they did on the top side of that walkway. Again, you can see that little, in the middle, you can see where it's a little different color. Well, they put cement there, but they didn't do anything on the side. So that walkway is still slightly raised. And the people that live there, one of them is pretty old. So this is how they fix our park. With Band-Aids, don't solve the problem. I wouldn't want to represent these guys. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Larry Stenick.
Good afternoon. My name is Larry Stenek, and I live in the Imperial Manufactured Home Park. At the council meeting on December 9th, I shared with you the comments that June Rady made regarding the development of the short form application by the Blue Ribbon Committee. Since June Rady was a member of that Blue Ribbon Committee, she has expert knowledge of its development. My communication today is to ask you to take into consideration the intent of the short form guidelines as agreed by that committee. The Blue Ribbon Committee agreed that the rent increase can range from 0 to 75%, depending on two criteria. First, has the park maintenance been done for the period covered by the rent increase? This is a look back to the 2-year period, not a look forward like was done with Carefree Park, not an opportunity to give the park 30 days or 60 days to fix the problems. It's a look back. The second criteria is the availability and upkeep of the amenities. Has the pool, spa, clubhouse, exercise rooms, and other amenities that the residents pay for on a monthly basis, have they been kept in good working order? And a third criteria that you should consider is whether or not management sat down and discussed this application in good faith with the residents. Despite 5 pages of code compliance issues, the residents still offered to accept a lower increase, but this was rejected by management. Councilman Abed, you regularly make statements that the park owners require the 75% of the CPI in order to maintain the park. Well, here is an example where the park owner has received the 75% for years, in addition to hundreds of thousands of dollars in vacancy decontrol added revenue. And yet, this park has a 5-page code compliance report. The time has come for this council to stand up for its citizens. Perhaps we can see some changes tonight. Thank you.
Thank you. Mark Wimmer.
Good evening or good afternoon. 8 years ago, I moved into this park. I'm working with management now to try to improve what the pictures didn't see, which is some of the floral and otherwise attractiveness of the park. But aside from that, all I really wanted to ask was that in the time I've been there, we have moved from mainly senior citizens to now working families. My only request is working families can't come here and show you their protest. Most of them won't get home till 6 o'clock, feed their families, and be available at 7. In the future, if you'd like to hear our voices, show up at 7 and we'll meet you then. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. This is a public hearing. Would anyone else like to address this issue in any way? I'll close the public hearing and council discussion.
Well,